Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is Steve Free. Here today, we will be going over the brand new characters that are coming into the game. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you happen to be new by chance for more content here on the channel. And that being said, you know, we do have the new BROLY. We have the new free-to-play BROLY. Excuse me. We have a new cooler. There's also a new Gogeta. Unfortunately, though, his information has not been passed through the server yet, apparently, so we don't know much about him, if anything at all. So I can't pull anything about that up. But we do have our very first sparking transformation unit, so we're going to go over that here today in this video. As you can see, he's pulsating there. By the way, huge shout out to Renzi. We are currently live on legends.dbz.space. Be sure to check out this website for all your needs as it comes to Dragon Ball Legends. Also, it'll tell you everything you need to know about your characters, the equipments they can hold, etc., etc. So we are going to start off with BROLY, the transformation BROLY. So first thing I want to point out is, of course, per normal, his stats will change upon undergoing transformation. So these are the non-transform stats. These are the actual transform stats. So pretty solid bump there. He is a range type character, which actually is a little bit surprising to me. I would have pictured him to be a melee type, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyways, 50k blast attack pretty much is really good at 1500 and 4800 strike attack. So he's got some pretty good stats there. When transformed anyway. So he's going to spend a lot of his time untransformed, as you guys should know from playing with Shalit, for example, right? Let's see how long it takes to transform, whatever the case is. So his key restore speed, by the way, is really high. 2556 is a really high number. One of the better ones, I believe, in the game, actually. So he is going to be crazy good. I don't know if that stat changes or not, but it doesn't seem like it does. Anyways, after 15 timer counts, you restore health by 20% and then transform into full power BROLY. So full power Super Saiyan BROLY. That is amazing. That's amazing. That is amazing. It's not that long. It doesn't take long at all. I was thinking that maybe it would be a little shorter, but healing by 20% is awesome. I'll take it. There we go. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, though, I think Shalit's, which, is he even on here? Hello? There he is. I think this is about the same, actually, right? Restores health by 20, buffs himself with that main ability. Where's the transformation at? I'm not seeing it. I mean, it should be right here, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Not going to spend a lot of time on that. Maybe I'm overlooking something. Forgive me. Anyways, Destruction's aim, excuse me, nullifies own unfavorable element factor for 15. Okay, so he's the second unit in the game, I believe, after Piccolo that did that. Let's go back and pull up Sparking Blue Piccolo. I believe he was the first unit and the only other unit that was able to nullify elemental disadvantage, and that was with his main ability here. So unfavorable, yeah, for 45. Wow. Okay, so BROLY is able to do it for 15 timer counts every time character enters the battlefield, and it only activates twice. So if you switch heavy, you switch a lot, you know, it's not always going to be there. But again, it's a unique ability. It's something that he's able to do for 15 timer counts upon entering the field. The following effects activate according to the number of timer counts elapsed with the current character, up to 2 levels. 5 timer counts, increase arts card draw speed by 1 level. After 12 timer counts, increase arts card draw speed by 2 levels. Effect resets after the character switch. So what they're doing here is they're incentivizing you to leave BROLY out there as long as you can, right? Because you're going to start drawing your cards a lot faster, and for you fans of sidestepping, that's going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, they're incentivizing that, but they also, you know, penalize a little bit because they tell you that if you switch too much, he's not going to be able to nullify unfavorable elements. So, of course, what that means is that he will deal and receive neutral damage from yellow elements, excuse me. So there's that. So that's something that you will want to be aware of. But again, it's good because he's able to reapply it upon switching in and out. So it's a really interesting give and take type unique ability, in my opinion. Clash of Powers. The following effects activate depending on how much damage this character takes in proportion to their maximum health after enemy attack is over. Interesting. So wait a minute. The amount of damage you take in relation to your HP after their attack is done? That's interesting. 5% to 35% damage, plus 20% of damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Okay, that's a very easy one to trigger. 35% damage or more, plus 40% to damage inflicted. Wow, they are really going to penalize the opponent for putting pressure on this BROLY. If they do a ton of damage, you know, knock out half of the HP bar, whatever the case is, they're going to penalize. And of course it says in relation to your maximum health. So, wow, okay. That's a really interesting unique ability. I mean, he's still going to go down like any other character, but he's going to do a ton of damage, you know, in return. So, wow. Planet Crusher deals massive explode damage, randomly destroys 2 enemy cards on hit. Cannot be nullified by most other special moves. Am I on the transformed? Yes, I am. Okay. Anyways, plus 20% to own blast damage for 20 timer counts. Reduces enemy's ki by 5. Wait, hold on. The green card reduces their ki and inflicts force switching on hit. Blast damage, armor on charge. What the hell is this? What is this green card? He does more damage. He takes away their ki. He has blast armor, so he can rush in. He forces a switch, just like the old Broly. This is an insane green card. This is an insane green card. Okay, then. Yes, I was hoping he would be a Sagas from the movie support, because this is just amazing for for other characters that have already been in the game. Base blast attack, I assume he picks up strike at 5. He does. So right now, they're going to offer 999 Z powers for summoning for him, so you should be able to, you know, if you summon a bit, you should be able to get him up to 5 stars relatively easily. This Broly seems like a monster, though. He is an absolute monster. So that is really, really cool. I'm excited about that. Moving on, here is the free Broly Fury. So the free-to-play Broly, he's a melee-type character, so there's that. 43k to strike attack. Very respectable ki restore speed. Crit chance is solid as well. Draws the ultimate arts card Angry Force and restores own health by 20% after 25 timer counts have elapsed. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's good. I love when that, and this is something we're seeing more, where this drawing of an extra ultimate arts card, also is coupled with something like a restoration ability. That's something that we're seeing more and more, so it's nice to see. Moving on, Rising Power, plus 5% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts for each strike arts card used. That's kind of like, isn't that what Gogeta has? Isn't his 10? I believe it's 10%. And also he has that effect for blast as well, but I digress. Yeah, 10% for 10 timer counts upon strike arts hit, which is different actually. This one says when he uses them, even if he misses. Additional plus 5% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts when character Goku or character Vegeta is an enemy. So up against Goku or Vegeta, his strike arts gain 10% damage for 10 timer counts each time they're used. That's pretty solid. That's really solid to me. I think that's really, really solid. He's a red type sparking, so I'm cool with that. I am perfectly cool with that. He's also Frieza Force. If you're not gonna know because you haven't seen the movie, but for the most part, and this Broly actually isn't. For the most part, Broly did join Frieza's Force, and this is a theme beyond this game. It's in the Dragon Ball Super card game. They're all giving him Broly, you know, Frieza Force type centric things for their respective games. So that's something important to know when it comes to those Frieza Force teams. But I like that. That's a really solid, unique ability. Not OP, but it's pretty solid. Reduce allied episode sagas from the movies damage received. Oh, by 20% for 10 timer counts, and plus 20% to damage inflicted 15 timer counts when characters are switched. What is this? This is a busted ability. This is an absolutely busted ability. As if Gogeta needed any more buffs. What the heck? That is an absolutely busted unique ability. Gogeta did not need any more I'm not even talking about the crazy OP Broly, right? But like Gogeta is insane, right? I'm not even talking about the Broly. So, okay. Anger Shout deals major impact damage. Gain attribute upgrade minus 50% to enemies cover sustained damage cut. Okay, so they're not even going to be able to cover change, really. And that's coincidental because a yellow cover Goku just came out. The first one ever for Saiyans, I believe. The green card costs 25, plus 20% to own strike damage for 20 timer counts. Inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 20% to blast damage received. So wait, he does more strike damage, but also makes them take more blast damage? That's a really interesting combo, but I mean, it's good. It's an interesting combo, though. Angry Force, the ultimate, deals massive impact damage, 20% to inflict feint on hit, blast damage, armor on charge. I don't know of too many of these ultimate specials, if any, that have armor on the charge like that. That's really cool. So this is what we saw, by the way, in the preview for this. This isn't even surprising, actually, now that I think about it. This is where he shoots the mouth beams, or, you know, when he blows them up a bunch. So, that's cool. I mean, this one, you know, the minus 50% of enemies cover sustained damage cut could at least to be desired to me. You know, it's not great, but I mean, it's cool. It's serviceable. Oh, so he's a strike attack. Plus 26% episode sagas from the movies. If he can go 5-star, he might only be able to go to 3-star or whatever the case is, like the Kid Goku. This is going to be a really, really good team. Like, they are just going to keep on piling on. And, you know, one thing that they did right is they're not separating heroes from villains. So this is going to be a tag that's just going to continue to get better, right? So last but not least, we have Cooler. We're going to go over him pretty quickly. Cruel Intent, the following effect also, excuse me, let me go back actually. He is a support type. These are the stats if you're wondering. The following effects occur based on the amount of health the enemy has left. If the enemy is 50% and above, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. Health is below 50, plus 40% to inflicted for 20 timer counts. And it requires 15 timer counts to elapse. Wow. That's a lot. 40% is a lot, man. That's a lot of damage. Wow. Okay. But I mean, he's an EX, so he's good, right? I'm not gonna say he's not good. It's just kind of like he himself has to be the one doing it because that's his damage. So unless it says that, it doesn't say that it's inflicting an attribute downgrade to the opponent or anything like that. So he would have to be the one. Plus 20% to allies inflicted damage for 15 counts when character enters the battlefield. That's pretty good. I just want to come back over here and make sure there's nothing like that over here. Yeah, it doesn't say anything like that for this ability. So, plus 30% to allies key recovery for 15 timer counts when characters are switched. Interesting. Interesting. So he's doing a lot of buffing. This is the definition of what a support type unit is. Deals major pierce damage, inflicts attribute downgrade, plus 15% to blast damage received to the enemy, plus 15% to damage inflicted by allied episode sagas with the movie's characters for 15 timer counts. Man, they need to stop with this. This is getting out of hand. Buffing the allies is insane. Gogeta is going to be an absolute monster. And he's another one, strike attack and defense, plus 25%. This is an EX you must have. I'm surprised he's an EX. Just because he has the double buff at 5-star. That's not very common there. Well, I guess now it is. But anyways, that's it. There was actually, like I said, nothing about the Gogeta yet, surprisingly. Not this Gogeta, but the other Gogeta that I used for this thumbnail. So he's probably going to be an EX. He's not going to be anything crazy, I don't think. But there's nothing about him yet. But, of course, we'll be back with the summon. Again, make sure you do subscribe, and make sure you do check out legends.dbz.space for more of your Dragon Ball Legends needs. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.